even what's it called? The dude from the Saja Boys, their lead singer.
You said that
His
real comfortably. Like you've been like,
no,
hey, I'm listening to Sajah Boys. Yeah, they
no, I'm
Will
literally
you be my soda pop?
I have I have my freaking notes
like
up
a
here though.
millionaire. Nah, Sajah Boys.
Yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're
Two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast.
Marcos.
I'm gonna say this first. Fuck
What?
you.
What do you mean? What?
No, because I know Chris was probably watching this movie like while driving or something shit, and he had to turn his windows up because he's like, I can't be seen listening to this.
Look, I'm saying fuck you for two reasons.
Why?
Because I actually like stupid shit.
It's not stupid. And first of all,
And I like animation. This shit started off, I was like, oh fuck.
first of all, the internet and a couple of our friends, and even friends of this podcast, Megaran, was like, yo, you need to watch this. He's like, this is a dope movie. And this is coming from somebody, Megaran is like, it's like, and I hate to break kayfabe if you are the wrestling term there. Megaran himself, like a lot of stuff, he doesn't watch regularly. Like Megaran has dope songs about anime, but you'll sit there and talk with him like, "Yo, so what's your favorite anime?" He's like, "I don't know, Dragon Ball Z." Like stuff that he knows is
Yeah.
but like, "Yo, have you seen Demon Slayer?" And he's like, "Huh?"
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I told plenty of people to go watch Food of the Gods, but y'all don't like that. So that's all I'm saying.
I haven't seen it yet. It's on my thing. You know, there's so
Food
many
of the
good-
Gods, bro.
That's what we reviewed.
Huh?
Food of the Gods. We covered
The
that.
big ass
with the giant
chickens.
rats.
I thought you were talking about fucking anime. So that's what my yeah. I tend to block shitty movies that were made.
No, that's what I'm saying. You know, just because someone recommended it, don't mean it's good. You know. But anyways, with that being said, welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
It's your boy Marcos, aka at the Sunset Kid.
I got a job. I'm rich, bitch. Okay,
Oh,
your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Ford Delta. What's everybody doing out there?
Well, before we get started, I want to thank everybody who listens to us and watches us on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead to subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your baby mamas, baby dads, whatever. Just listen to us. Have fun. Relax. You know, take a what's it called? A suggestion or two from the pod. Speaking of suggestions, Marcos, why don't you let these people know what movie you suggested this week? Because we're gonna have some conversations about this thing.
I suggested, based on the hype behind it, of the good streaming K-pop Demon Hunters, the 2025 film from Netflix. Go watch it. I don't give a shit what these motherfuckers are gonna say. I'm just gonna say out front, go watch that shit. That shit was dope. I don't.
All right, so Chris, you making faces. So please let the people know what you thought of this film.
I'm telling you, I'm pissed.
Why? Because you like it?
I pissed because I liked it.
Why? You hack on.
Nah, because when the shit first started off, and I was like, okay, it's one of these movies. But as the shit started playing,
What do you mean one of these
Bratz commercial ass movie?
pretty much, I'm like, yo, man, this is a fucking teenage girl movie. I don't want to see this shit.
First of all, I have zero interest or like history on K-pop. Like literally, I was just the part that I was like Demon Hunters, and then I saw a little preview of the fighting, and I was like in my mind, I was like, I could put up with the music, but like you, I was like, okay. I was like, you know, like stop, like I gotta stop moving. I like it. Like,
oh god, you was doing the shoulder dance?
Bro, you sound like me when I picked Nisha. I saw some fight and I was like, yeah, let's go.
You know what's funny about this movie? The fighting is what makes it good.
It just actually has a really good story.
That's what I'm saying.
And the characters are flawed but good. Like from the beginning, you can tell, but without diving into much, like I like the fact that they gave you the background. It wasn't a ton of exposition dump. It was just appropriate that you knew where to stop, and they're like, this is what's happening now. But then like the antagonist, the leader of them, of what was it, the soda, no, the dudes that came up,
the Soja Boys?
Soja Boys
Or Sacha Boys. Sacha Boys.
Yeah,
hey,
I kept saying soldier too. Like, did he got stock in this movie or something?
when your boy like saw that she had the demon marks, he legit pulled up. He was like, nah, nah, nah. Like, it's like I got some morals. He helped her out, and I was like, okay, that is interesting.
Listen. When I watched the movie, I feel just like Chris. When I turned it on, I'm like, bruh, like what is going on? First of all, whoever wrote the script, they must have watched Across the Spider-Verse a lot because they tried to make this just.
That was,
but then again, with the style and the subject matter, I was like, man, they got me watching this, cartoon kids ass thing. But
you were mad and you liked it at the end.
There was a point where something happened, and I was like, oh, this thing just took a turn, and just became interesting. And then as the movie ended, I was like, shit, like if it wasn't wrapped up in this, Mattel looking, kids like bop TV show kind of thing, the story was actually really good. Like really good.
That's why I said I'm mad that I liked it. Like I'm really pissed. Like, yo, I actually like this shit.
Like it's legit a really good movie. Like I'm not even bullshitting you guys. Like I liked it at first when I was like, if this is gonna be singing heavy, I was gonna check out. Like if it was like if it was on some like, okay, for those of you, have you seen the One Piece movie Red? I don't know if you guys watch One Piece. So that movie like kind of has like a feel like this where the main character is a singer, but that turned quickly into the background when the One Piece characters get involved. And I was like, okay, I rock with this heavy. Like,
Chris, you a music guy?
Did we even announce what movie that we watched?
Yes, Marcus.
Okay.
Chris,
he don't listen to Hispanics. He's like, what happened?
Like we just started talking about it. K-pop, C-pop, J-pop. It's like Korean, Japanese, Chinese.
I'm versed in K-pop. Like I actually love Tae Yang. Tae Yang who used to be in Big Bang. He's really good. Like I actually have a couple of his albums. So I'm into K-pop, but like this style, that's the music that's in this movie specifically, super like bubblegummy. So I wasn't feeling it at first, but by the end, the last 2 or 3 songs, I was like, okay, actually, I can actually listen to these. But those first couple, whatever your stereotype you think of K-pop, Japanese, all that like type of music over there is exactly that. It's not even like Britney Spears. It's super like, hey, this is on a travel commercial or something.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies. It snuck up on me because, like,
it snuck up on you. You followed the hype.
I know.
No. Because I had.
You snuck up on it. You know what, Marcus? You're the cat.
No. I literally was gonna text.
You look just like him.
I was gonna be like, "Yo, Rand, what the hell? What the hell is this?"
You get the same face in there.
All jokes aside, if that movie wasn't gonna be good, I was gonna pop this in as a palate cleanser. Chris might know about this movie.
I do not.
Who's the man? Dr. Dre and Ed Lover?
Yeah, and look, he's like Dr. Dre, not that Dr. Dre.
There was a joke in there where they had the crow with 3 eyes and then the cat, and they're like, "Hey, why does that crow have a hat?" And he was like, "Yeah, I made it for the cat, but the crow keeps stealing it." The crow started laughing.
Which I didn't want to research it. Because obviously I know the tiger in the Asian community or whatever means something. But the 3-eyed bird in the hat, I feel like that had some symbolism to it. I just didn't know what.
I feel like it's the same kind of symbolism that like the dog was in Coco. Like it's like that spiritual enlightenment, kind of like the spiritual realm kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So typically the 3-eyed crow seems to be like, they always use a crow, even in Western culture or in Eastern culture, as to represent to be like an animal that could go back and forth amongst the living and the dead. So it was like
Eric Draven, Brandon Lee.
Okay.
Yeah, so and it's also used, if you guys are the Game of Thrones fans, that's how the what's it called, the son that had the powers, that's how he would look. It was through the eyes of the crow. So
I've seen 3 episodes of Game of Thrones, maybe not even that much.
Yeah, I think I watched the first season.
Okay, so did you guys have a favorite moment? Like, when was it in the movie that it turned for you, Chris? Like, when did it all of a sudden go from like, oh, I ain't watching this shit to, oh, you know what, I could actually get going?
When she meets up with, what's her name, Jinyu?
Yeah.
Or, the villain in the movie.
Yep.
And they actually do the song together. Like I actually had to stop it and rewind it.
Free? And it was singing.
Yeah, and rewind it because the words actually made a whole lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now I was just like, okay, this is interesting.
Yeah.
And from then it was just like, okay, this is something a little deeper.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. What you, Marcos? When did this movie, besides the beginning, when you was like, yeah, I'm putting on my 90s, putting on my pajamas, and my popcorn, I'm watching this. Well, when did it kick off for you?
It kicked off when it was in the bathhouse and they pulled out the cybernetic weapons. No,
I can't. No, wait.
When they started fighting, when
these cartoon women was in the bathhouse, that's when you.
No. It was the men's bathhouse. So don't try to put your fantasies onto me, sir.
Yeah, look back. Make sure his wife was like, "Oh, I'm talking about girls in bathhouses."
Yeah.
No, I'm being distracted because my red title, it like is leaned over. Like I don't know why it's falling behind, but anyway. It was the fight scene. The fight scenes were amazing. Like if the fight scenes were not good, I was gonna be like, this is garbage.
No, the fight scenes were not amazing.
Great. They weren't great.
The fight scenes were not good in this movie.
You telling me when she jumped in after she has the Band-Aid and she pulls out the sword and they start using the weapons and all that wasn't peak? I like
they were good for the movie, but there's plenty of the movies that have better animated fight scenes.
Yeah. No, but
the fight scenes do not make this movie good.
If they didn't have the fight scenes there, it would have not
let me. I've seen better fight scenes on Martin with Dragonfly Jones.
This
guy's a hater.
No, I see. I don't think the fight scenes were that great in the movie. They were like, again, they serviced the story, but it was just someone cutting someone with a knife. There was no complex movements going on, no ducking. There wasn't dodging shit. It was just
first of all, they had some weapons, so it wasn't just a knife. One of them had.
They all blades?
Yeah,
they're all blades.
Look, I could tell you one scene from Final Fantasy that shits on every fight scene in this movie. And that was the motorcycle chase through the tunnel.
First of all,
the motorcycle flips out, he grabs the gun off his partner's back. Mm-hmm. That scene alone kills every fight scene in this movie.
Yeah. I think the best Korean fight scene that I've ever seen is what's it called from the ninja movie. What's it called?
Like a ninja assassin?
Yeah, with Rain.
Yeah,
that movie. Those fight scenes. The plot was very convoluted, but the fight.
Ninja Assassin was done by 8711, the same people that did Love Hurts and all that shit. Like that's their crew. I'm just saying, I don't think the fight scenes or the action was all that spectacular in this movie, but the story itself was actually really strong. It got really good. You know, like for me, the point where it turned for me is when you found out that she actually was a half demon. And they started telling her background. And I was like, oh, whoa. I was like, okay, this just went from, chasing demons and killing them all to this is a story about accepting yourself. That's to me, because like that, I feel like everybody can connect with that.
I think and a lot of them they threw in a complicated background story for a couple of these characters, because even what's it called, the dude from the Saja Boys, their lead singer.
You said that real comfortably. Like you've been like, yeah, I'm listening to the Saja Boys. Yeah, they
no, I'm literally.
Will you be my soda pop?
I have my freaking notes up.
Millionaire, nah, Saja Boys, motherfucker.
This guy's a hater. But anyway, like his background story is like really fucked up.
Hold on, did you 3D print a picture of Abby's abs for yourself?
Is that what you want? You want me to send you that as a belated birthday?
Look, I got abs. I just got a protective layer on top.
Hell no. This ain't got abs.
Yes, I do. They're protected.
Oh no.
By the keg.
My man got a wheelbarrow. Talk about he got abs.
No, I definitely got a wheelbarrow. I got like a watermelon. You got a wheelbarrow.
No, I never act like I got abs. As long as my stomach keeps getting smaller.
Got a bulletproof vest on top. Hey. Just in case. No, fucking. So, what were we talking about? The fucking.
We're talking about the plot and the story that you like.
No, you were saying about this dude's background, the villain. It was good once it actually unveiled like the actual truth behind his background, because you assume his background is what it is based off what he tells the girl and how he was had to he was tricked into going and working with the fucking whatever, the emperor or whatever, and because of that, like he had to leave his family behind,
mother and sister.
Yeah, but then when it turns out that no, he actually like basically made a deal with the devil and said, hey, like I'm choosing to go live this extravagant life without y'all. And he's it's been weighing on him for 400 years. And that's crazy.
Yeah.
But Guimard ain't shit. The man, so if you remember from the background, Janu was like he was poor and he wanted to help out his family, and they gave him the talent, and then it was like he had to leave his family so he could even be happy. He had to leave this life of hedonism, and to the point that made him so depressed he took his own life. And then
but he didn't leave his family. No, he didn't have to leave his family. He chose to leave his family.
Because he was turning into a completely different person. And when he was like, you know what, I can't deal with this, he went to hell, and then he turned them into a demon. So the man was like, nah.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, they didn't give him the talent and then he had to go away. He took the talent and chose to go away from his family. And then he started becoming someone that, he wasn't proud of.
It's almost like you gain the world and lose your soul. That old saying. Like, this movie was actually really spiritual at a lot of different levels.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Like, even though they show like spirits and demons and like that, like on a deeper level, the messages and everything, it was really spiritual to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I haven't done any research, but this could be actually a good series. Like if they drop like an anime or something, like
I wouldn't watch a series.
That's that music. I can only listen to that music so much.
Yeah.
If they push the music to the background, like
they singers, that's what they do. Remember, the original plot point was, we've had trouble defeating these girls, these hunters, for all this time. We're gonna beat them where it hurts. They're fans. Like when I heard that, I was like, come on. Like what? And that's why when it made that turn and it was about like, her. Go ahead, Chris.
You know what I found funny?
What?
Now, unless I'm tripping, every time a demon grabbed the soul or the person was looking at their phone.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So,
maybe, yeah.
Unless I'm tripping, every time a demon would pull a person's soul out, they were on their phone doing something. And I thought that was not a word up for. Yeah, subliminal message of just like, these phones are taking your soul from you. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the whole thing was like, obviously it's a very 2025 movie, so it's all about current technology and how people communicate nowadays. But it was also saying like, everybody's losing themselves to these screens, to all the stuff that's being put in front of them,
social media and everything, and how many likes you get and everything else. The same shit we saw in the Looney Tunes movie. If we get any likes, it's all about these phones these days.
Yeah, but it's also one of those situations where you're like, all right, it's a social commentary. Like, if you guys remember, Don't Be a Menace, it's like, message.
Like, yeah.
So the look of this movie, it looks like a Bratz doll commercial. And I don't know, and it looked like that. It looked like they took a Bratz commercial and tried to mix it with, again, Across the Spider-Verse. So this is initially why I didn't like the movie, is because it felt like it was trying to be something. It felt like it was trying to be original, but in doing so, it was just copying a lot of things I'd seen before. It didn't have an original feel to it. If it wasn't for the story, I would just feel like somebody said, hey, let's just make a movie like the fucking Spider-Verse. Oh, people like K-pop, because let's toss some K-pop in there, and here you go. This should do numbers.
I don't know what the formula was, but it's really doing well for Netflix.
I mean, I like I said, there's a whole lot of deep stuff in the movie. I kind of wish I was drunk watching because no, I'm so serious because my brain works differently when I'm drinking.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Rumi. Yeah, move.
No, not Rumi. Is she the one with the red hair?
She was the one that had the ponytail with the braid.
No, okay, purple hair. Nah, the red hair one. I don't know why I kept seeing Justina Valentine.
I can see that. She looked like Inuyasha to me, but with red hair.
I don't even know who that is.
You ever see Inuyasha?
I can't even say that shit.
It's an old anime, bro. But no, I mean, I can see that. It felt like everything that was put forth initially felt like it was from a boardroom. Like, hey, we need to make something that's going to make some money. So let's put all these things together into a movie, and it should do numbers. Now, the thing that saves this is it actually has a very strong story.
Can I detail for? Oh, go ahead, finish.
I was gonna say the ending was a little light for me. I wish there was a little more to the ending, but we can get into that. What were you about to say?
I just want to say I want to make a detour real quick. I'm going on a diet because if them girls eat nothing but sushi and ramen and stuff are in shape, I'm going on the Asian diet. I don't care.
No, it was number one. Like I read some commentaries like when I watched the trailer on YouTube.
Completely didn't hear what you were just talking about because I'm curious to see what he's about to talk about has anything to do with what you just said.
I'm waiting for it too because I'm like I was not talking about any of that. He was talking about food here.
Yeah, you were talking about the food. What I was saying
and getting in shape.
What I was saying is that
the budget.
Like, no. I was saying that like the food consumption, like the reality of everything is K-pop singers consume like 600. I read somewhere 600 calories like a day, which is like half of the normal human consumption because they gotta look thin and not look swollen. So the fact that they were quote unquote binging before concerts, that was all. Apparently, that's not how it is in real life.
No, but you gotta figure.
Only fat Asians I know sit right here in front of me.
That's because I eat American food.
Are you guys recording together? Like Sarat is literally stood in front of me.
No, what I'm saying is, okay, so I mean, these guys are presumably pop stars, and they're singing and dancing everywhere, so they burn crazy calories. So there's no way they're only eating 600 calories. That's
They like.
First of all, that's 2 cups of rice. That ain't even a normal Asian serving size.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Oh, your Wikipedia or
no? You think I'm joking? I'm about to go on an all Asian diet.
But you can't do it. Can you like pork? Asians don't eat pork chops.
Okay.
Look at that. See?
I just
this whole world came crashing down.
I just looked it up. It says that typically they advertise that K-pop stars only eat about 1,000 calories.
There's no way. With that much that they do, they would just.
But you guys are missing the point. What I'm saying is Asian food is not fatty.
I know. That's why I'm doing it wrong. Because clearly, my shit's blowing up.
I could have sworn you said I'm eating it raw. I was like, whoa.
It's a sushi. You know what I'm saying? Oh man,
I can't survive on
it. Did you guys?
I don't eat seafood, so it's gonna be really hard.
Asians eat chicken. Asians eat noodles.
Yeah, but that I can eat a car. But I also.
Are you happily married?
I try to move on. I felt like I set up Chris for that, and
you sure did.
And I moved on, but here we are.
He sniffed that. He sniffed that out. He sniffed that coming out like a truffle pig. He was like, "What Marco say?"
If he wasn't paying attention to anything, he definitely paid attention.
Oh man, when it comes to food, of course.
Okay, Marcus, you said that you think this could make a good series. What is it about this that you think would make a good series? Because it's the story itself it's got a deep message, but the story isn't that deep. If that makes sense.
I think if you explore the lore before, like the other trio that gave him the task, because in the beginning they explained that it was something that was passed on by generation to generation. Mm-hmm. Like if you explore like the first ones, because you saw they were like a singing band. They weren't K-pop. They were just like folk singers or whatever. Like. Yeah. And, I assume since it wouldn't be in a modern era, they would have like more traditional weapons. I could see that, like a traveling band of like assassins killing demons and stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool. Like the backstory. Mm. It kind of reminds me, there's a current series called Sword of the Demon Slayer, which kind of like is almost the same way without taking out the K-pop thing. Yep. Where it's about like these 2 characters, their conflict in the beginning of the creation of the show is what takes place over 1,000 years. Like, the main character having to correct the mistake that he did before he became a demon hunter. So I can see that.
I mean, I don't know if it can make a good series because I don't know. I feel like at some point you just It's just guys killing demons. Unless you have like the different background of the demons and you can really get attached to that. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if you guys watch Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer, their bread and butter is expanding on stuff like this. Like if you watch it like season one and everything, and it's a good watch, Chris. It's like 20 something episodes. If you have the time, I recommend it. You start getting like emotionally invested in characters.
Yeah,
And
I actually think Chris would really like Demon Slayer just because he loved Bleach.
yeah.
Mm.
So.
And this I love Bleach too, but this shit's on Bleach. Like
Really?
yeah, it like all the
Heard
main
that, Kenpachi?
yeah.
Okay.
Like, and I'm a huge Bleach fan. Like, I got on the other side. What's it called? This guy's sword. Yep. And I got this
Ichigo
one.
sword.
Yeah, the Ichigo sword, and I got the A6, the Bleach runners, and I got a couple other things. And like, I got this fire shirt that I overpaid a ton to get.
You got Horimi's titties.
Did you guys like the music in this movie?
I enjoyed.
Presumably, that's what they sold this on, right? K-pop style music.
No,
I think that's where they got the children, like the girls specifically, to watch this. But I think everybody else
But it's
stayed.
in the name. K-pop Demon Hunters.
I will tell you this: the first song threw me off until she jumped off the plane and started rapping, and I swore it sounded like either Doja Cat or like a spinoff of like a Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
You know, because she actually started flowing. And I was just like, okay, let me find out.
Well, they do that.
They can flow.
In K-pop music, they rap like that. But the thing is, again, they're dressed like Michael Jackson, but they're trying to rap like, Young Thug. And it's like, it's hard because it comes across, I don't want to say inauthentic because that's their culture over there, like the dressing like that, whatever. But it feels like it's a clash,
So you can't spit hot fire rhymes while dressed like a dictator with the medals across.
I'm just saying, when you got hair soups like that and you trying to rap, it's just if you're into like hip hop, like I don't know how you are, Marcos, but like I'm into hip hop. It just comes across inauthentic because I'm so used to like New York people and Northeast people rap.
Like, so it's like if you're going rap, you got to come with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where it almost looks because it's so polished looking. It comes across like, oh, this is how popular people rap, not necessarily this is how it feels for me to rap kind of thing. Like how like what's her face? Iggy Azalea had like that southern accent when she rapped.
Yeah.
Like when she talked, dude, she had
like,
her.
I know what you mean. Like it took me a while for me to get used to like Jack Harlow, somebody like that. That I'm like, this kid is cool, but I'm like, I can't see a guy that looks like he works at the Apple tech desk, spitting flows. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I don't know, like this movie is one of those that I'm like, if you'd have been like, yo, you gonna like this? I'm like, nah. But enough people that like apparently I have a bunch of friends like, yo, you should watch this. You should review this. You should review this. Outside of Rand, that was like, yo, this movie's fire. And I was like, you watch this? And he's like, yeah, my kid made me watch it, but it was dope. I think you'll like it. And I'm like,
no, it was. This is one part of the movie that's so cold to me. And it's when I guess Jinyu is talking to the devil himself, the big fireball, whatever.
Iman, whatever.
And it's after I guess he's done talking to the girl, and he says, "Do you really believe you could have been free?" He said, "If you did, you would have told her the truth."
Yeah,
and it made me think like shit. Like no matter how bad the truth is, sometimes you just say that shit, and everything kind of is all over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean that's the crazy thing about like when you live a lie, and
that's pretty much what this movie was about, living a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when you live a lie. And like this is even from my personal experience, like a lot of people are like I feel like people are inherently trying to do good and live their truth, but it takes a real person to like live their truth and deal with the consequences. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it took his situation applied a lot of pressure for him to finally reveal the truth. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's tough because it's like there's certain people in the world that'll be like, no, you lied to me, and it doesn't matter what the lie was, but because you deceived them, they perceive anything after the lie is all false. It's like you're building a house on a soggy foundation, and it's like, and then there's other people that it's like, hey man, I love you regardless, or I care about you regardless. Like this ain't gonna change things, but it's that scary moment that you don't know how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Like,
But that let me know when he said it in the movie though. If you really believed you would have been free, you would have told her the truth. But because he didn't believe he was going to be free, he kept it to himself, which made me think that the fireball might have released him because you're not holding that over yourself anymore. Your guilt is not keeping you here.
Yeah.
well,
You finally let it go, so I can keep.
you guys
You know what I'm
picked
saying?
up on the plot that one of the reasons he was stronger is because he feeds off human mistakes or like their fears.
Insecurities and fears. And stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, man, I just say that.
Chris, I like that just because, like you said, it's one of those things where it's like, it's not necessarily even about like the fact that like he was living a lie. It's just that like, it's like he felt like he couldn't escape this. Like for instance, if someone lives in the hood, whatever, it's like, I feel like I'll never even get out of this situation. So I'm gonna just keep living, or what is it, like cool in the streets. Just go on about my day because to me, like, I'm never gonna get out of here. So what's the use? And until you sit there and accept that, like, accept all your truth, then you'll be free to grow and get out of here. And I felt like that's what you were saying. I like, once he finally lived his truth, it was like, oh, now I can't hold him here because he's freeing himself of the thing that's holding him into this place.
And that's why I said that line was so cold. Because like in everyday life, people don't realize you hold yourself back from the things you tell yourself, the things you do to yourself. I mean, don't get me wrong, some people will do some dumb shit to you.
Yeah.
But that big, I'm gonna just keep calling him the devil, but the fireball character, whatever, he said if you really believed it, you would have told the truth. And I'm like, damn. And he said it himself. He said, you think demons don't feel? We feel our shame, we feel our guilt, we feel everything negative.
Yeah.
Once you start feeling all that, then what's keeping you there?
Yeah,
because he's not keeping you there. He's just the gatekeeper, but he ain't keeping you there.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
It's the insecurity. It's the insecurity of failing. Like I know all of us here have even in somewhat aspect in our life, we feel like, oh, if I would have really applied myself, I could achieve that. And then there's a reason why you quote unquote didn't apply yourself because deep down inside you're like, man, if I fail. Like, you know what I mean? Like you ever seen people like, oh, I could have been smart, I could have done this, I could have done, but I didn't really apply myself. And then when they try to apply themselves, it's like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like,
but I think people also don't realize that when they look back into their history, their past, what was going on in your life that made you think you couldn't apply yourself?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the fear. It's the fear of failing.
I mean, that's what it comes down to, but you don't realize that till you're older or until somebody tells you. But if you're in the situation, like sorry to say that you're in the hood, all you think you're supposed to be is in this broke down building with the crackheads on the corner, everything else, because that's where you're at. So it's right in front of you. So when you actually do make it out of that situation, and you're like, why did I stay there so long? Because you thought that's where you were supposed to be.
That's one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to when I do have kids, like being able to show them, kind of just the job I do. And not necessarily because of what it is, but because, when you're growing up, I'm sure you guys can attest to this. All you hear is, I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a cop. These, the normal, 9 to 5s. You don't realize how many different jobs there actually are out there. And once you open your eyes and realize, oh, there are so many different ways out there to make money, you realize like, I'm not beholden to the box of, we just got to be in our neighborhood doing the stuff that provides for this neighborhood. I could be worldwide if I want to, in ways that I didn't even think about before.
Yeah, and it's like honestly, fear of judgment makes you do a lot of things. Like I could talk about my personal life, like my marriage to my ex. Like a lot of the time, even when it was bad, the reason I stayed in it longer than I did is because of the shame that I felt that was going to come. And then when I got on the other side, there was no shame.
Yeah,
There was
people
no like,
understand. They understand.
there was no people like, how dare you fail at that, and it was all in my mind, and like that might not be the case for everybody, but I know for me, I was like, man, if I would have known this, I would have had this burden off of my back a while. And again, I don't know who listens to this podcast or whatever. I'm not saying that my ex is a horrible person. I am saying that we weren't compatible, and I kept trying to stay in a situation that I knew deep down inside was not right for me, and once it like my entire life changed. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like me. Like, again, I separated back in beginning of 2021. People didn't find out about a divorce until 2024. And one of the reasons is because for me, I'm on my end, I can't speak on her end, but on my end, it's like,
what's your name? Cocoa butter?
Palmer Henderson. No. So, but it's like, you can't, for me, I know one of the insecurities I had is like, the amount of people that are like, yo, how you fuck that up? Yo, I can't believe you fucked that up. You had this and that, and like you let that all go. But you grow up and you realize, again, when it comes to marriage, there's a lot more to it than all that shit on the surface, and there's a lot more things that mean something. Then once you get over that, and then you hop on the other side of that fence, you realize people are like, hey man, how you doing? You good? I just want to make sure you're okay. Like, nobody wants to go through that. So,
or honestly, like, ain't nobody give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? like, literally,
give me my tights. You good?
Yeah, like I like to, and I'm gonna start this rumor now. I'm gonna say that Mikaze kept it quiet is because there was spicy pictures of him doing the George Costanza on a couch.
I don't even watch Seinfeld, so I don't know the reference.
Basically, he took a boudoir photo, like in his boxers, and he was like laid across on a couch, looking spicy as hell. That's why he had to make sure those pictures were deleted.
Oh gosh!
You know what? Moment in this movie that I really liked is when Rumi starts to accept, when she finally accepts that she's part demon and this is who she is, and then she's like, everybody, they told me to hide who I was. You guys couldn't accept me. You guys can't accept me for who I is. And in most stories, when that happens, it's almost like I'm gonna do whatever I can so that you people can accept me. Like, this is who I am, accept me for who I am. She was like, nah, if y'all ain't gonna accept me, pretty much fuck it. We're gonna burn this place. We're gonna burn this bitch down and build it anew so that everybody gets accepted.
Yeah.
I thought that was dope. Because it's like, on the one hand, you could be like, yo, let's do this the nice way and let's get everybody to work together. But it's like, no. Y'all, the whole people in the past, all the institution, y'all motherfuckers are wrong. So we gotta burn that shit down and start anew with like the right shit.
Which is like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta do that. You gotta break it down, break the walls down, as they say.
Hey, come on, man. Come
on. Why they do dad's dirty though? Why did dad have to be a demon? Left the mom created half breed. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the mom died, right? How did the mom die fighting?
I think the mom died in the dad was a demon.
Yeah,
blame it on the dad.
I thought her dad was the flame.
I thought that reveal was coming, but they didn't. And also, can we talk about?
The flame says, she bears my mark. Oh, so that's why I thought she was. I thought that's where it's gonna go. Like, no, that's actually my child. Come here.
Can we talk about the fact that the lady that raised her was like, all right, little girl, like, I know your mom just died, but my career is waning down, so I'm a pimp you to become a K-pop star because I'm accustomed to this lifestyle.
Okay, go ahead, Chris.
No, I was going somewhere different from that. The imagery of the lion emblem or whatever.
Yep.
In the final scene, how it changes to look like the devil's face.
Yeah. Well, that's the Saja Boys.
I thought that was dope though, because the whole movie all I saw was a lion face until they changed the color, and I was like, oh, the subliminal message behind it. You know what I'm saying?
So the one small thing that I was like, that maybe I missed it, and you guys probably could correct me, is how come the Saja Boys can change their appearance, but Rumi couldn't?
Because she didn't know.
Yeah, like she was born on Earth. They were already demons.
Yeah, she's trying to hide it.
Change her, like she was using practical ways to hide it. She could have just, like, changed that part of her body, like the Saja Boys. And as she was taking on the demon persona, like I felt like
because I think those people accepted it. They accepted that they were demons, Whereas
Okay.
that's something she couldn't accept, you know, and she had to,
Mhm.
once she learned to accept it, she realized, hey, these are beautiful. So, you know, why hide it? Speaking of the lady that, you know, basically created, not she, I didn't say she created the Huntresses, but like it was kind of their leader. Like she just kept telling her, hey, you have to hide this. You have to hide this part of yourself until we can fix it.
Mhm.
That's a fucked up thing to tell a child.
But
This thing
no,
about you, you have to hide until we can come up figure out a way of like getting rid of it.
but think about it. As us as minorities, our parents have most of our parents have told them like, hey, like I know you're a square peg. You got to peel that shit off, fit into that round hole.
No,
like
but they're not
like
telling you. They're
don't
not
make
telling you,
waves.
hey man. They're not telling you, hey, like it's different if they're saying, hey man, like maybe don't act like you're too urban, you know, when you're trying to get a job interview. Maybe don't do that.
Oh,
I
oh,
understand that more than, hey, you know, let's put on some of this spackle so you look a little lighter
hey,
than you appear.
hey, you got Sammy Sosa, you got the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Like the first couple seasons, wasn't that the storyline? Like Uncle Phil and them were like, "Hey, relax with the Phillyism. Like you got to be more like Carlton." Like literally, that was the first plot point in the first episode. Like, why are you not more like Carlton? It was like, "Hey, man, let's not make waves." And honestly, like when that's typically, and it's funny because I have that embedded in me. I was like, when I'm in an unfamiliar situation, I I don't make waves and I try not to be the person that sticks out.
Cannonball, lots of waves.
This motherfucker. Like you Sarat has been around me. Like when we meet certain people and he introduced me, I'm like, hey guys, I'm like, hey, hello, like you know what I mean? Like I'm very reserved because I'm not trying to be memorable in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like, oh, what's up with your man's? Like that's literally a deep fear of mine. If somebody
Okay.
gets asked from my friends, like, what is wrong with this dude? Like, you know,
Okay. For instance, Chris, you got tattoos on your face and around, like, you know, that's something you just kind
so
of.
that tattoo, I thought that was a dirt mark that you just keep missing.
Yeah, I don't never wash my face.
My man said, you know, that's a lie. Us
I
minority,
got, I,
I wash my face twice a day.
A bit of
I, I
light.
got, I got to keep God's natural camera on deck all day, every day.
Somebody shot with a BB gun and just never healed. No, but I mean, like,
Oh,
with stuff like that, like, you know, it presumably, again, like we say, you're gonna be thought of a specific way just by the nature of society. Like, how do you approach the idea that like I can't hide this, so how do I, you know, infiltrate I was gonna say the country club.
the the Klansman.
Yeah,
I just smile. Man, look, my teeth as white as y'all sheets. We good. You know what I'm saying?
But how do you approach a situation where you might feel supposedly out of place?
Honestly, I can't tell you how I do it. I just know when I kind of like changed up my game plan, so to speak. Um, because I knew that my outside image wasn't who I am on the inside.
Mhm.
Because this was all artwork to me.
Yeah.
Like they all tell a story. Like my first couple of tattoos, I didn't even want them to show. But then after I was going to Iraq, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna die. And I'm going out with a bang. So at that moment, I stopped caring about my persona because in my mind, I'm gonna die anyways. That's why I got my face and my neck tattooed and everything else. Because like shit, it don't fucking matter no more. No, granted, I'm still here. But those are decisions I made based on that time in my life.
Yeah.
And because I made those decisions, I'm like, well shit, I gotta live with this.
Yeah.
I mean,
So it's like, okay, Chris, when people see you, they're going to see you, but make sure they see you. And that's just what how I go. That's why I like Marcus, like I was telling my wife, I've never met you a day in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like we met through this, but I've come to no homo. You know, have a love for you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, like that's my dude. Like you know,
Yeah.
like the same way I called you when you came through. I hope that I can do the same thing for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't like, and it is what it is. But yeah, just let people see who you are. Like don't hide. Like I know when I'm around Sarat, I can do the most wildest crazy shit because he's gonna sit there and make sure I don't go too crazy.
Mhm.
I like to think the same way. Like I'm very comfortable around you guys. Like me and Sarat chilled this past weekend, and like I was like, oh
Yeah, we did chill. This motherfucker was sleeping like Universal Soldier.
Hey, I don't give a shit. And it's funny. Like I was telling, I was telling my wife this. Like she was like, "How'd it go?" And I was like, "I don't know." I remember Sarat was saying something, and then I said, yo, I'm going to sleep." And then shut that
bro, because he had his CPAP machine hooked up, but this shit wasn't plugged in right, so it kept making noises. I was like, this motherfucker out here like Weapon X, just all hooked up the tubes.
I literally fell asleep immediately. I don't know how long, and then like
as soon as we got done talking, I was like, yo, I'm going to bed. I got to be up in 2.5 hours.
Man.
But then it was funny because as soon as he rolled out, that heavy ass hotel door like woke me up, and I was like, "Fuck, I can't go back to sleep." So my dumb ass started driving that 5 and put it back home, and I was like, "All right," but it was a cool time. Like literally, it was a good time. But no, like if you ever on the East Coast on this side of things, like you come crash here, like
that's what I'm saying. Like
we get a brother up soon, so it's gonna be fun.
That's what I'm saying. Like even like the shit I talk on this podcast. It's like it ain't made for everybody. Like I can't talk about Orihime cities with somebody else because they're gonna be like, yo, this dude's a perv, he's crazy, he's a fucking sex machine. You know what I'm saying? Like nah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like.
It sounds like you want people to call you a sex machine.
Nah. That's James Brown. Ain't no Diddy over here. You know what I'm saying?
Like you ever met a dude that tries to give himself a nickname? You're like, nah, brother, I ain't gonna ever call you that.
But it's like, but I'm saying is like I could talk that kind of like. So I'm trying to. I hope I'm saying what I'm saying correctly. I'm me all day, every day, but everybody only gets to see a certain side of me.
Yeah.
Like I can be the real me here. You know what I'm saying? I can talk all the shit I want. I can be as vulnerable. I can be as spiritual. I can be as ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I can be as Oreo or as black or as white, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But only certain people get that.
Yeah, I
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though this goes online for the world to see, but they don't know me. Fuck y'all.
Well, no, that's good. That's good. I mean, at least when people meet you for the first time, they're gonna meet the real, like they're gonna know the real you and not your representative. All right, final thoughts on K-pop Demon Hunters, Marco. Since you picked this movie, you go first.
I like it. I'm gonna recommend it to people, and I know it's gonna be a hard sell with the first words in it is K-pop and be like, hey man, get that shit out of here. But I'm like, you gotta watch it and then you'll enjoy it. I want to say that this was it was a surprise. Like I came in having no expectations. That's why when I told you about it, I was like, hey man, like I was kind of like sided up. I was like, got recommended. I didn't say, yo, this movie's dope because I haven't seen it. I went into it blind and I like it.
Yeah.
How are you, Chris?
So like I said, I'm mad that I liked it, but yeah, there's a whole lot of deeper meaning to the movie than just some bubbly music and like slaying demons.
Yeah,
like it's about self-love and accepting yourself and being who you are. And as we said before, be who you are. Just to be a shitty ass person.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, the movie is definitely one of those ones where it's like, hey, don't judge a book by its cover, because on the surface and from the first 20 to 30 minutes, you might sit there and just be like, I gotta turn this off because it's just not for me. It's for an age group that just is way below where I'm at right now. But if you can get to it, if you can actually start paying attention, you realize there's a very deep story here that you should probably watch with your kids, and that would help them understand the idea of like just accepting who you are, all your faults, all your flaws, and there's nothing wrong with having those in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great.
So in a nutshell, wear your scars with pride.
Yeah,
literally, that's like one of the things we saw in the movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, well, that's the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. Once again, it is your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
Is your boy Marcos, aka at the Sunset Kid 5'6",
and your boy Chris Brown, aka Ready for Delta. Get up.
And remember to subscribe and tell your friends about us. Now,
do it.
I'm a warrior.